Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make them bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really got the heat.
So my thoughts of UFC 280. I'd like to get started, guys, with none other than the co-main event, Aljamain versus TJ. Apparently, it really wasn't a fight. TJ's shoulder continued, kept going out. And I just thought, I don't know. I think he might want to. I mean, Aljamain got the job done, but I'm still, I'm still not impressed, guys. Like hate me or whatever you guys want. Yeah, he beat TJ, but he's literally going in there. He's going inside the octagon injured, pulling his shoulder out, and still this man wasn't able to finish him, or not even be. I think my biggest thing is the fact that Aljamain wasn't able to tell that this dude had a shoulder injury. You know what I'm saying? You as a fighter, as a killer, as a shark, you got to see and look at things like that. And these guys didn't. He didn't even see it. You know what I mean? That just which tells me that. And the other thing that I did see with Sterling, even in that fight, is man the fact that he gets tired. Like he really does. Like he literally gets tired. Like it took him that long to beat a dude up that has a mess up, a dislocated shoulder. So I think overall, Aljamain got the job done. He got the stoppage. He got the TKO. But was TJ healthy? Well, it's not realistic to say that. Anyways, he got it. I think knowing and seeing what happened with the fight with Petr Yan and Sean O'Malley, it's like, dude, Sean O'Malley lost that fight 3-0. It should have been unanimous decision. Yeah, he did hit Petr, but that's not fair, man. That's not fair. That's so not fair what they did. But whatever, dude. Like, I just hope the UFC doesn't become boxing, man. Like these judges, I don't know what they're watching. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if you have a fan base and I don't know if you having a fan base in the arena helps. But either way, Sean lost that fight. He did show heart. He did surprise me with that knee. As I was saying throughout the fight, if you watch my whole YouTube live, I would say, man, Sean really needs to kind of diverse his striking, throw knees up the middle, and eventually he ended up throwing knees up the middle. He ended up catching him, cutting him, had him kind of hurt a little bit. I think Peter's good, but I also think tactically, he's a little off. There's a times where he did have Sean hurt and he was taking him down. It's like if you have somebody hurt and you're catching him with that same left hook, it's always going to be the dude's blind to it. So that being said, man, I'm just mind boggled by how the judges scored that fight, and I do believe that the people need to see that fight again. They need to see Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley once again, because it's not fair, man. Like you talk about complete robbery. And if Dana thinks he won, man, I'm curious to think, because it doesn't matter what we think. It matters what Dana thinks. So if Dana thinks this guy won, he's getting the next title shot. So that being said, guys, I'm sitting here looking at my fingers. I see a lot of opportunities for myself, and I'm here to, this is my belt. This belt, yeah, somebody else could have it, or a replica of this, but this is the actual belt. I am the best in the world, and I am going to continue to be the best in the world. So, those are my 2 cents on the co-main event and the main event.
What did you think of? We were watching post pay-per-view. Your buddy DC, he said of all the bantamweight title fights that are possible, he wants to see Henry Cejudo versus Aljamain Sterling. What does that mean to you? Obviously, a peer of yours like DC kind of saying he wants to see you get that title shot.
Yeah, and I think rightfully so, man. I think he knows it, man. I think when you do, and this is the thing, guys, is when I retired on that Monday. I didn't hold up the division. I didn't hold up the division for money, even though I did want more. I was happy and satisfied with what I got. But that being said, are they going to be able to do that? They've done it to GSP. They've done it to a bunch of other fighters, and I think I defended both my belts. I'm looking forward to coming back and beating all these guys. I see so many opportunities for me, and so many different ways of me, winning and beating these dudes. So now I just gotta wait and see what Uncle Dana has to say. Paul Felder thinks I'm the next fight. I should be the next fight. Who else? Daniel Cormier thinks I should be the next fight. Cheeto Vera doesn't deserve it, man. Cheeto Vera, who has he beaten, guys? Anybody? Like, he needs to fight Sandhagen. He needs to fight somebody big. I fought in all the best guys. I fought in Dominic Cruz. I fought in TJ. I beat Demetrius Johnson. Marlon Moraes when he was the #1 contender. He hasn't beaten anybody. He beat a guy that makes a mistake in Dominic Cruz, so he's the last guy that should be on there. You know, it should be between me. It should just be me, honestly, realistically. If Sean would have beat this dude fair and square, I know I would have lost the title shot to Sean. But we'll see, man. Only Dana knows, but Dana can go back and change his mind and give it to Sean. So I'm just sitting here and thinking, what is it that's gonna take place with the boss, Dana White?
What do you think of Aljo after the fight calling you Henry Cejudo and saying you smell bad?
I probably do smell bad right now. No, but it's important. It's important because the first thing that comes out of somebody's mouth is who eventually they want to fight next. So if Aljamain really does want to fight me, let's go, dude. I personally think he's afraid of me. I personally think he's afraid to fight a competitor like me. I just think I'm too good. I think I'm too good for him. I don't see his wrestling as a threat. My distance is good. My IQ is good. My experience is good. Is better than him. My speed. But I think more importantly is going to be my intelligence in this fight and my experience, and that's what separates me from the rest. So that's how I feel about the whole fight card. I mean, that's how I feel about these guys right now.
Yeah, quickly, last thing on Islam, Charles. Obviously, Islam, really dominant performance. What did you see from that?
From Islam, yeah. And I think you know this, and I've been saying it all the time. I never wanted to, and you know this, Michael. Michael's the producer right now. I'm like, Islam's gonna go get on top of him and just hurt him. This guy's not afraid to. This guy's not afraid to go on bottom. This guy's not afraid to do certain things. This guy is. He's a wrestler who has developed that ground and pound, who is lethal with it. You know, he is really, really lethal with his ground and pound, with elbows, knees on bottom. X, Y, and Z. He wasn't afraid to press charge. He wasn't afraid to throw. So I think super basic. Got rid of Charles in a round and a half. I mean, the guy's a real deal. The guy's a real deal, and I think I just don't think tactically Charles Oliveira really had a plan to beat him like he didn't. Covering distance too much. I mean, taking in the fight zone a little too much, where he was in a position where they were throwing, and he was in fighter's range. When I talk about fighter's range, when you're in a range where that right hand or that jab can hit you, you got to be just a few inches away from that. You know, you got to be where the foot can touch you, but the shin can't, or the hand can't. But he always breaks distance, and this guy right here just boom, throwing punches up the middle, beat him on his feet, and then beat him in the grappling game. Just because you look slick doesn't necessarily say that you're the better fighter or the better striker. So that being said, I thought Islam did a good job of pressing, of bringing the pace, of staying composed, of staying calm, and staying in guard for the time being, winning the first round decisively, and then the second round, and then obviously saw the opportunity, saw the head and arm, and finished Charles Oliveira. So thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot to me. So you guys remember, there's more breakdown, there's more technique, there's more tactics, and there's definitely more cringe. So make sure to subscribe and click on that button. I'm out!